And I'll say one more thing, and y'all know who this is, bro. That weird motherfucker that lives in the basement of his mom's house, that be chatting about me all damn day long. You are obsessed with me. I think you in love with me. No cap. I genuinely think you get no pussy and you in love with me, bro. Like, you gotta chill out. It's been way too many clips I've seen you, bro. Like, you low-key obsessed. I'm flattered, but you gotta chill. No cap.
Well, I was about to say, I thought she was talking about me. You ain't gotta call me out like that. Like, come on, man. Like, listen, I live in a pretty comfortable basement. I really don't care about you. I know you feel like, you know, all eyes are on you right now, which to an extent, I guess they are, but it's just because you did something crazy, shorty. Like, we're not watching you because you're entertaining. We're just talking about you because you did something that's crazy. What is up, my people? It's your boy Access, and today we are reacting to Nina Lynn got unbanned, then did this. Video was by Omizi. Nina Lynn, I feel like ever since she left Drewski's show, she's just been getting in backlash after backlash after backlash for some reason. I don't really know what's wrong with her, but let's find out, man, what's going on, because she got unbanned. Well, she got banned on Twitch, now she got unbanned, and now apparently she did something crazy again. Well, we're gonna watch the video, I'm not sure, but she's on hot waters again for some reason, so let's find out why.
That means hi, right? Oh, what the fuck, yo? Why you always hitting me? Stop with those punches. Oh, I can't touch you no more because I have to make a sign ID. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, that's gonna be tough, bro. You want me to punch you? You sure? So I am not assaulting you. No. I am not. You consent to this.
Yes.
You fully am okay with this.
Yes.
You will not use this clip against me later in 3 months later.
Never.
Or 9 months later.
No.
Or 6 months later.
No.
No? Hey, chat sees this, bro. Ready? You asked for this. Nod your head. 2 times. You get it?
She dragging it.
I mean, funny, I guess. I mean, I get it. She's trying to be sarcastic. She's trying to make something that was serious and that was very controversial for her sarcastic and make it funny. But it wasn't funny. Nor was it the right time for it to be a joke. You know, there's right timing for certain jokes, and I don't think it was the right time to make that kind of joke. And even then, it still wasn't funny.
Okay.
She is dragging it.
Wait, can I say something?
After the 48-hour banning and then unbanning and then a week's banning of Nina Lynn, she is now unbanned again and back on the Twitch platform, making fun of her essay on Saheed, Silky's assistant. Now, I think the world at this point has criticized how small of a ban this actually was. People were talking about that it was that SpongeBob meme where they literally walked inside the jail doors, closed the door, and then opened it back up in real time again. And I guess Nina figured, hey, if everyone's kicking Twitch's back in, why don't I do it? Hell, why not join in on the party? Because it's so damn fun. For those of you who don't remember, Silky's assistant Saeed was essayed on stream by 2 women, Nina Lynn and Zoe Spencer.
Zoe, you can't. Zoe, you can't.
He's 23. He's consensual.
No, he's not consensual.
Yes, he is.
He didn't even say nothing.
He likes it. Yeah, give.
Oh, no.
I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. Hold on.
There's nobody.
Sit down.
Yo.
Sit down.
Yeah, we've talked about this on the previous video. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but I've done like 2 videos on this situation already. But yeah, long story short, I just said, you know, if the roles were reversed, and we all know this, if the roles were reversed, this would have been a completely different situation. If that was the case, I mean, like career-ending situation. You know, the guy clearly was showing signs of being uncomfortable. Like I said on the videos previous to this one, I still believe he should have said something verbally in the moment. People said that he did, but the clips that I saw, they didn't show him saying anything, so I'm just going off the clips that I saw, and he didn't say anything, and I believe he should have said something in the moment, but still doesn't excuse the behavior that was had at the time, because he was clearly showing signs of being uncomfortable.
Take all of this off. Take it off. Hey, yo, cut the cameras.
Now, just like any other Twitch essay situation, they didn't take it seriously. So now Nina is back on the platform after going through that ban cycle. Now, Nina comes back to the platform with a bang. She automatically goes into several jokes about her and the whole essay situation, her saying that she needs this consent for men, her going over the top and exaggerating, really not taking any of it seriously at all. Hell, even dubbing her own suspension and ban a vacation type situation.
To all the haters out there, y'all can suck my word too. I don't give a you, bro. You not me. Y'all been through nothing that I've been through. You. This ain't the worst it's ever been. I'm not gonna lie. It's bad to say, but this is not the worst it's ever been. I've been through worse. I've actually been through worse. So this jail was kind of like vacay jail a little bit.
Just playing in Twitch's face. Now, need I remind you, she actually made light of this situation a minute ago when she was with Your Rage Gaming after he had pressed her about this whole situation. In that moment, she invalidated Saeed, said that it wasn't really essay, and, you know, said that he was really taking the narrative too far, making them out to be the bad guys.
So what if he says, I feel like you did some shit wrong?
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was going to talk to him and be like, you definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you dead ass felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that?
Wow. Is that so, Nina? Interesting. Do you keep that same energy when it comes to women that get assaulted? Do you say the same thing? Like, that'd be very embarrassing. But I imagine if it was two guys who did this exact same thing to a girl on stream, if it played out exactly the same, there would be universal condemnation across the board, including from Nina herself, I imagine, and rightfully so, because stand back, brave take coming in. Plug your ears if you're not ready for the spicy take. Assault is bad.
Now, not only is she back to double down again, and off that doubling down, she got backlash. But let me tell you guys, Nina is such a bad person that she's here to actually triple down. She's here to actually give herself more excuses. And she's here to clap back at anybody who has anything negative to say about her. Really, anybody who's trying to hold her accountable for her actions.
You know what's so crazy? I never thought that many people were watching me. I really didn't. I didn't even think TMZ was watching me. I got a call from TMZ this morning, bro. They're like, we want your side of the story. I'm like, listen, man, I'm not even gonna argue with these little bitches. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We live on, we be better, bro. That's it. We gotta keep it pushing. And I'll say one more thing, and y'all know who this is, bro. That weird motherfucker that lives in the basement of his mom's house, that be chatting about me all damn day long. You are obsessed with me. I think you in love with me. No cap. I genuinely think you get no pussy and you in love with me, bro. Like, you gotta chill out. It's been way too many clips I've seen you, bro. Like, you low-key obsessed. I'm flattered, but you gotta chill. No cap.
Now, when I heard this, I was ready to go live. I was ready to get outraged, and I was ready to call her out, because I thought she was talking about me.
Well, I was about to say, I thought she was talking about me. You ain't gotta call me out like that. Like, come on, man. Like, listen. I live in a pretty comfortable basement. I really don't care about you. I know you feel like, you know, all eyes are on you right now, which to an extent, I guess they are, but it's just because you did something crazy, shorty. Like, we're not watching you because you're entertaining. We're just talking about you because you did something that's crazy. And that the platform that usually doesn't allow things, even the slightest of things to go through. With you, it seems because of you're a woman, they're allowing certain things to slide. And that's the only reason why we're talking about you. But yes, I am talking from my comfortable, humble cave. Yeah.
Dare you say this is my mother's basement? This is clearly my extra bedroom in my own home. Then I had to calm down and say, hey, maybe it's Moist Critical. Maybe it was Young Don. I didn't know who she was talking about. I put some doubt in my head. After calming down and continuing the video, she said something that made it very clear as to who she was talking about.
You low-key obsessed. I'm flattered, but you gotta chill. No cap. Heard you don't even drink water, too.
Yo.
I'm not gonna lie. You're like 47 years old. You gotta
Okay. She was talking about Asm Gold. I get it. Now, the problem that I have with this is that every clip that I have seen of Asm Gold is that he was just trying to give you accountability. He was trying to hold you accountable, and even greater than that, Twitch accountable for the way that they handled this whole situation. Nina must not remember she was a part of the essay weekend. I know that that's crazy to dub it that, but I did in a previous video. The weekend where not only did Imaru get essayed on camera at TwitchCon, she outed Ms. Kiv. There were other people at TwitchCon that were getting essayed, and the platform had a lackluster response to that. So Asm Gold literally was just trying to give you some accountability, but here you are saying, shoe fly, don't bother me.
So this stupid bitch gets unbanned and she immediately starts getting mad at me. And she blames me for her getting banned. And have you ever thought that maybe it's your fault that you got banned?
Maybe.
Because of your own actions? Have you ever thought that maybe you got banned because of what you did?
Well,
like, oh, wow, I'm talking about it. Yeah, really. Well, there's been a lot of people I've talked about and they didn't get banned. So what's the difference between them and you? I wonder.
That weird motherfucker that lives in the basement of his mom's house.
It's an attic, excuse you.
oh. Yo,
Chatting about me all damn day long. You upset.
And I can tell you, Asmongold has way, way more money than Nina does. And, you know, it's not like money should be a way to compare people, but it's just, she's clearly trying to diminish him, talking about where he lives and how much whatever he gets. But I can tell you for a fact, because Asmongold has been out, he's been like in the industry for a minute now, making YouTube videos. So I can tell you that, Nina, whatever you have, Asmongold can buy it 10 times. So know your place.
I think you in love with
And
me.
I don't even
Yo,
watch
Kat,
Asmongold,
I
but
genuinely
you
think
know,
you get no
I'm just
pussy and
being
you in love with me.
factual.
Talk whatever you want, crash out however much you want, that's totally fine. Nothing that you're gonna say is gonna make me mad. You're not gonna upset me. You're not gonna bait me into, you know, some weird internet beef. You're just a disgusting bitch. That's it. And it's got nothing to do with this about me at all.
Now, I knew Nina Lynn wasn't a person to take accountability. This Aquafina variant isn't somebody that I believe can sit in her own mistakes, be really apologetic, and move forward with intention and purpose. As I'm gold checking her on the internet, myself, Young Don, whatever other commentators or reactors checking her on the internet isn't going to stop her in her day. But you would think that somebody who was a friend of hers or somebody she's been featured in videos with would be able to at least share their opinions on it and, you know, clear her out of the way about her situation, you know, hold her responsible.
I just think it was so awful to watch. And they were saying like he likes it, and they were saying like, oh well, or Nina said like responded to Rage, and I forget who, but Nina was like, it's embarrassing for guys to be assaulted. It's he should be embarrassed as a man. And then I saw people like commenting, being like, oh, it's so triggering. People commenting like how is he as a man unable to push two girls off of him? Like, he's clearly laughing in the clip. He's not. How the fuck was she supposed to know he was uncomfortable? They've never. What? Like, this is literally why men don't come out about being assaulted.
That was streamer Fan, somebody who.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Like I said, sexual assault when it comes to men, it's not really taken as seriously as when it is with women, and that's just the reality of how, you know, our society is. Not saying it's right, but that's just how it is. And I still stand on what I said. He still should have said something, regardless if he was a woman and it was two men doing something inappropriate. As a grown person, I feel like it's different if you're a child, because you might be more scared to speak out, or you might not know how to react. But as a grown human being, like an adult, I still think whenever you're going through something uncomfortable, you should say something, because it just makes it easier for people to know. And you never know, some people really are just very hard, like they just don't know how to read social cues. So regardless of the situation, you still should try to say something. Again, not trying to excuse what they did.
As a W take, and is on the right side of history, but also more importantly for this situation is somebody who is close to Nina, somebody who she's been in videos with, somebody who even Nina would acknowledge she has some sort of relationship with. That was her sentiments a couple of weeks ago on the situation, and she, just like everyone else, tried to hold them accountable. I don't think what she said was any level of disrespect. I don't think what she said was any level of throwing under the bus. But hey, that's just my opinion. Let's see what Nina in her comeback stream had to say about people like her.
Damn, I think you have my back. Not have my back, I didn't expect nothing. But I didn't expect them to throw my name in the dirt like that. Who? It's not even the person like people, the biggest people, I don't give a fuck. To be honest, if I don't know you, I don't give a shit what you say. You just autistic to me, like, it doesn't matter. But it was one of them I've actually used to do videos with a lot. I was like, damn, and she was actually a fan of mine. Oh, girl, what's her name? Can't tell you the name.
Damn, she was actually a fan of mine. I get the double.
I do feel Nina on that one though. I do feel Nina on that one, but I don't know how close they were. But if I'm close to someone, like in real life, even if I do something wrong, I wouldn't expect you to then go on camera or like talk about it on stream. You know, like just talk about it with me in person, in private. Like if I know you type of situation. If I don't know you, like, bro, you're free to do whatever you want to do. But if you have some kind of respect for me and you've been around me, like I've been to your house, you've been to my house, on some like we know each other, like for real. I would expect you to just keep it like privately. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone asks you in the chat in live, like while you're on live or like in the comments, like just say, you know, like I don't want to talk about that right now. Like that's my friend. I don't agree with what happened, and that's it. But I don't feel like she threw her under the bus like that. I wouldn't like go that far. But I do understand her like sentiment of where she's coming from with that.
I want bitches to cry, but you feel me?
But do we know her?
I don't think you know her.
My thoughts aren't changed. Actually, what I will say is my thoughts were changed a while ago when she posted her like Instagram apology, which is when I saw that she unfollowed me, and I actually like respected her for the Instagram apology. And then my thoughts changed back to what they were initially when I saw the clips from her stream yesterday. But once again, I don't take back anything I said.
You don't need to.
Oh, I do have one thing to add though. She did mention something while like in the clip that I saw of her saying like, Fanfan has my number, she could have texted me about it. But the truth is, as someone who dealt with the assault and shit like that, I don't feel comfortable reaching out to people who are the perpetrator.
Again, another W response by Fanfan, but of course a lack of accountability from Nina. I get it. Be hurt, be mad in that situation. But ultimately, I don't think that Fanfan has some responsibility to reach out to you, make sure that you are okay, kind of, you know, have a conversation with you, etc., etc. You are the perpetrator in this situation. People shouldn't have to coddle you, especially as somebody who's been through a situation like that. I totally understand her side. And to be quite honest with you, for the most part, she did not kick your back in. All she did was address the elephant in the room, because her room is definitely a smaller room, seeing as how she was close and adjacent to you. But because she's not in the game of holding herself accountable or even caring about this situation, of course Nina would try to shift blame or try to push the goalpost and say, hey, let's look over here, let's come and run to these people, etc., etc. So now I'm scrolling through the comments of that last Twitter post, reading how people are saying, yeah, Fanfan is a fake friend, fuck Fanfan, fuck X, Y, and this. Focus on the person that committed the essay. I don't understand how crazy that is of a concept. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I think the way that Nina has been handling this has been absolute dog shit, to be quite honest with you. And I think the reason why she does these things is because, historically speaking, Twitch has not given a damn about these situations for real. Hell, even to their own admittance, they have been lackluster about how they handle essay situations. Twitch put out a statement talking about how they basically failed Imaru about the TwitchCon incident. They said that there's measures that they could have taken that they did not, and ultimately that message got community noted to hell. And this prompted Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, to do his own sort of quote tweeting of the situation, talking about how he let his friend down, etc., etc. But a lot of people are saying that this is just empty words. There's no action on Twitch, and it doesn't just have to be some sort of IRL moderation. The online presence also matters. Stuff happens, allegations gets levied. Hell, on actual streams, people are committing crimes, and it just gets swept under the rug, especially if you're one of the more favored creators on the platform. So yeah, I would expect Nina, who already seems not to be a great person, to go around acting as if, hell, this is nothing to her, this is a no-brainer, she doesn't really care about these situations. Because ultimately, what consequences are there for her actions? Especially if people continue to watch, especially if people continue to patronize, especially if she continues to get brand deals, who actually cares? Plus, I don't think she feels any sort of real remorse for the situation. If she did, she would let it die. She wouldn't just continuously make fun of it or joke about it. Now, on the contrast to how Nina is handling the situation, there was somebody else that was involved in the situation. And for the most part, she has not been talked about as harshly, because I believe the way that she is handling this is the way that you are supposed to handle these situations. The actual...
Yeah, Zoe has been quiet after that incident. I haven't seen nothing from her, which is good. Keep it like that.
Will torque her in question, Zoe Spencer, somebody who a lot of people do have a lot of hate for, but I can acknowledge when she is at least handling the situation much better and seems to be much more remorseful. Not only did she initiate and dish out an apology well before Nina did or any sort of backlash from this year, hell, she did it like way earlier in the year. She also hasn't been on the internet making jokes about it or has invalidated the situation. She's actually faced the situation head on.
So from that whole situation, it definitely was like a reflective moment, super learning moment for me. I never knew I made him uncomfortable until, because this video happened in February. So the whole thing happened in February of 2025.
Oh, wow. I don't know.
Then,
I just saw it recently.
Yeah. So it happened in February
but it
2025.
came back up. Somebody posted it recently, right?
Recently.
That's what happened.
So it came out in February 2025 and then it surfaced May 2025. And then I did an apology about it and everything like that. I took full accountability.
Okay.
Now, as of recent, 2 weeks ago now, it resurfaced back online. You know, with my whole apology and everything and me taking full accountability, I thought we were moving past it. But then it just happened again with people saying I didn't apologize and everything like that when I did, you know? It blindsided me because I never knew I made anyone feel uncomfortable. I never knew I hurt him in any kind of way. So when I found out, I'm like, I can't believe I made.
Seeing Zoe speak like this and the way that she's like conveying her words and how she felt in the time and how she felt after it happened, just seeing her speak like this, it gives a whole different perspective that I used to have on her, to be honest with you. I wish I could see this side of her more times, or more often, I should say. Because when I look at this version or this side of Zoe Spencer, she seems like a very reasonable girl, like a very well behaved isn't the word I'm looking for, but you know, just compare the Zoe that we've seen from like clips on Twitter, from her like Twitch clips, and this Zoe Spencer that we're seeing here right now. You guys see what I'm talking about, right? It's like a completely different person. But it just goes to show how much most of these streamers, they just go overboard just for the sake of making content for their stream. Because I'm pretty sure that Zoe, off camera, I'm not saying she's completely different, but she's clearly showing her that she can have a normal conversation as a grown adult and make clear sense when she's speaking, instead of like, you know, going all crazy when she's making, like how when she's on those Twitch clips, you know. So I just wanted to point that out, you know, also give her flowers for, at least on this clip where she's being interviewed, she's showing herself to be actually like pretty reasonable human being. And that's good.
Made you feel this way? It was an automatic apology. Like, I'm genuinely sorry for making you feel the way that I did, you know?
Now, I think that there's a plethora of reasons as to why Zoe Spencer is going about this the way that she is going about it. But one of the main reasons is that she actually feels remorse. She actually feels some sort of way. It didn't. I mean,
Omizi, there's no way that we can tell that at the end of the day. There's no way that you can tell that someone actually feels the way that they feel. But when it comes to like just in an image point, from an image point of view, Zoe is doing way better than what Nina is doing. But there's no way you can tell someone is faking it or being real, especially on camera, especially on social media. There's no way. Like, there's just no way. Like, someone could be a complete sociopath and completely like cry on camera and still be faking it. Like, you just never know.
Her 17 months later, the internet bashing her, confrontation IRL, in order for her to do some sort of apology. Yeah, when the situation resurfaced and Saeed put out his tweets, she jumped back online and apologized immediately. She felt as if somebody was hurt, then you apologize to them. She can see how it was wrong, etc., etc. And there's some other reasons as to why I think.
And if this happened in February, this is just giving like a different light to me. If this happened in February and he came out
back online and apologized immediately. She felt as if somebody was hurt, then she her 18 months later, the internet bashing her, confrontation IRL in order for her to do some sort of apology. Yeah, when the situation resurfaced and Saeed put out.
So if she apologized at that time, and please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below, if I understood this properly. So Zoe said she apologized when it happened. And then he came back online and still talked about it again. This kind of makes me feel like a different way when it comes to the situation. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still wrong, whatever they did. But if Zoe, I'm talking about specifically Zoe, I don't know what Nina did. Because Nina didn't say she apologized whenever it happened, but I really don't know at this point. But this happened in February, and he came back online to talk about it. I mean, I guess, okay, but I don't know. Was it necessary?
His tweets, she jumped back online and apologized immediately. She felt as if somebody was hurt, then you apologize to them. She can see how it was wrong, etc., etc. And there's some other reasons as to why I think she apologized, but I'll save them for Patreon / my memberships on YouTube. But nonetheless, I feel as though she's handling this in a totally different way, and I feel as if that's the way that you're supposed to handle it. But on the opposite side of that, I can see why Nina would handle this essay allegation the way that she handled it. One, she's not a good person. That's first and foremost, just full stop. But two, and probably most importantly, there's no real consequences to these actions. Sure, you might lose certain brand deals, especially if you're the black person in this, but nonetheless, you might lose certain brand deals, but there's no actions or consequences from the actual platforms themselves. You don't even have to give like a real apology for real. Twitch is just gonna put you back on the platform. You don't have to be remorseful. You can continue to make jokes about it. These platforms don't really care about these things that happen, and that's why it continues to happen. I don't know. Down with Nina though. I ain't gonna lie. We not Nina supporters on.
Alright, Omisi. He's being a bit biased there, but I respect it. It is a channel at the end of the day, so hey, that's his opinion. Me personally, I don't feel any kind of way about Nina. I can't say she's a bad person either, because look, it's not like we know these people personally, right? But if we are judging just based off what we see online, obviously it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good for Nina at all, and she's not helping herself either. Does that mean she's a bad person? Not from what I've seen up until now, not yet. I wouldn't say she's a bad person, but she is definitely tripping though. Completely in the wrong. But for some reason she's acting like people are hating on you, on her, when people are just calling you out. Like I said on one of my previous videos about this, I think it was about this situation. There's a difference between people calling you out and people hating on you. That a lot of times people get that mixed up. People are hate is when you're doing something right and people are constantly just giving you negative feedback, even though you're doing something right. Now, when you do something wrong and people are criticizing you on it, that's just feedback. You know, that's just people trying to help you see what you did wrong so you can get better. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Shout out to Omizi for the video. Make sure to leave a like on this video. And that's gonna be it for me. Check out this video that's popping up right now. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.